Good morning to whoever is already on stream and for everybody watching the video playback. Got a bunch of guys here in Discord. They choose to sit upstairs because they obviously have, a lot of chat and stuff in between, I suppose. I'm sitting in live on air just to make sure that we enforce the rules of push to talk and all those other things. And then we are going to do this flight from Amsterdam to Zurich. But before we start, guys, I've got a lot of things to tell you and to show you. So I'm going to take a brief few minutes just to run through this whole story about Zinc. I don't know if you heard of Zinc, this new thing that Explain and Laminar Research has come up with now. And I'm currently running Zinc in my system over here. And it's interesting. So I want to just share my observations with you. I'm not technically clued up to give you technical specifics. I'm probably going to lie to you. So we won't talk technical stuff, but I'll tell you the basics. Okay. So you know what? Let me do this. Let me also do this. I'm going to give you the link so you guys can actually go read up. Then I'm not even going to try and explain what Zinc is. Let me just grab that link quickly. It's just so much easier to give you the actual information than a synopsis that might not be 100% true. So let's pop this in here. Right, there you have your link. Okay, so good morning, Tommy. Good morning, Rob. SK Sun 737. Good morning, gents. That's the link that should appear there to you now. So it takes you to this page. Let me get that on to... where's this thing? Where is my display capture? Just grab the right screen. Right. That link takes you to this page. And over here, they show you a whole bunch of things, and you can do so much more and so much better with Zinc enabled. It's not for the Mac guys, apparently, but it works for the other guys. So anyway, it's, in layman's terms, what it's done for me is it has destroyed 3/4 of my Explain in terms of my plugins. I'll show you a quick screenshot here as well, if I can just grab it. Right, so this is my plugins list. Just make it fit the screen, and then I hope you guys can read it. Okay, there you go. Right, so basically, I've lost the use of all the plugins that are in red. So my airport visual system, the stuff from Flight Factor, for the tablet, the easy pushback, shared flight, Skunkcrafters update, stable approach, my ground handling, SAM. SAM is a big problem. SAM is just not compatible. So any scenery that requires SAM just dies. You can't use it. It crashes your system completely out. Now, on the flip side of the coin, I'm getting like double my frame rates that I'm used to. Maybe not quite double, but very close to. So from like 25 frames, you see there, look, depending on how you zoom, you get mega frames all of a sudden here at Amsterdam. I mean, for me, in my AMD card, this is like godsend. I mean, it has changed the whole dynamic of the AMD card. So that is the positive side of things. The negative side of things is all of these plugin guys are going to have to redevelop their plugins to make it compatible. Now, the nice thing is the Zibo mod works with it. I did send Zibo a message in our dev room. He hasn't responded yet. I'm not sure if he's going to have to do anything in the Zibo mod to make it compatible, because it definitely works. I don't have any issue right now. I haven't flown with it. You guys are going to enjoy the first flight with me. So we'll see if it crashes along the way or whatever the situation might be. But the FPS gain is it's so nice. Now, I kept the terrain radar on that is not bombing the system out. Better Pushback is not bombing the system out. And Avitab is not bombing the system out, but it doesn't work. You can click on it as much as you want. Even though the plug-in has not been disabled, it is available to the system. It just doesn't allow you to click it. Same with Better Pushback. I cannot click the button here. So maybe that is something that Zibo needs to now just tie up again. I'm not sure. I don't know where the disconnect is because it's supposed to be there, but Zinc effectively kills it. Now, the silly thing with my system is, and because I'm using this AMD card, and this is my observation that I mentioned earlier, is I had to update to the latest AMD driver. If I do not enable Zinc, I get 15 frames. The X-Plane is so badly optimized, you cannot use the latest AMD graphics driver. It's rubbish. It's crap. It just doesn't work. At 15 frames, I would rather fly 2020 than waste my time with X-Plane because it's useless. Now, the moment you enable the Zinc, and it's actually quite easy, you just go to your graphic settings. There's just a little tick box. So there you enable your Zinc or not. The moment I enable it, look at my frames. It's just going, it's crazy. It's amazing. So the potential of this thing going forward obviously is immense. It's got great value to me. I'm not sure what the value would be for the NVIDIA driver, guys, but look at this. This to me is amazing. It solved, you know, that big frustration with FPS for me. At a cost, obviously. Now, for me to revert back, you know, the moment I take that Zinc little tick box out, I'm back to 15 frames. Same system, same everything, same parking bay, same aircraft, same everything. You know, it's useless. You can't use it. So I kind of now need it. But to take it out, I'm going to have to uninstall the latest AMD driver and I'm going to go back to 22.51 or whatever the previous one was, you know. So I just wanted to share that with you. Sorry, go ahead.
So the benefit in frame rates is much more than you'd expect from just disabling those plugins.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm sitting now torn between: are we going forward or are we just going to take a step backwards until these guys sort out their growing pains? Because we're obviously in a growing pains phase. The little baby was born yesterday, you know, and now he needs to be fed and diapers changed and all this other nonsense to get him to the adult stage, you know. So I don't know what the time frame is, but let's say, for instance, as an example, I don't need Avitab. I use it only for the map. That's the only function it has in my life, okay? So I can do without that. I don't need Better Pushback because if Easy Pushback works, I can use Easy Pushback. Now, this brings me to the built-in thing. I don't see that the built-in thing doesn't come up when I use my shortcuts. Maybe I disabled it. We'll see now. So for pushback, I can make a plan. And the only thing I don't know now is the terrain radar going to work? We obviously have to put some power to the system and get it going and see. But it might be worthwhile to just stay here for the sake of the FPS poll and then just wait it out because the developers obviously, you know, need to now go and update their plugins. Maybe it's worthwhile waiting.
It may be that when the new explain update comes out, because they now know what's causing it, that the explain update will correct it and solve the problem anyway. It could also
do that. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? I can see there's lots of feedback on the forum to Laminar. There's already one fix out. Some people are already complaining it's not working. So that's why I haven't even taken the update, but we'll have to see. 737, be my guest, but be warned. I tried to tell you, right? Some of your plugins will crash you to desktop. Okay, so last night, and good morning, Aeronox as well. Last night I sat with my log file open and I just refreshed it every now and then after a load. Go look at your last line. Check which plugin bombs you out. You're going to have to remove it or disable it with X Organizer like I did so that you can just get to a functioning explain. Yeah, you understand. So just be careful, be warned. It's going to cause havoc on your system until you get going. Okay.
Also, Nico, in
Yeah.
case somebody crashes to desktop because you can't get back into Explain, you might want to read that statement that Patch put in the dev room.
Yeah, let's quickly look at that. Let's see what he said there. I saw he said something like that. Where was that now?
To get back out, once you got a crash to desktop, to be able to unimplement it without start and explain, you need to delete a pref file.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Okay.
Okay, Mac, I didn't have a problem getting back into Explain. All I had to do was to go and disable the offending party. The moment I disabled the offending plugin, I could get back in, until the next crash,
Yeah, which is what we did with John. But if to save people having to keep on removing the plugins until they find a way in, there is that option of deleting the pref file, and that unticks the box.
Right, so let me just put it here because it's easier if it's in writing. So if you have this loop action, okay, where you can't get back into Explain because you enabled the Zinc, this is the recipe. The Zinc fix. There. So you go into output preferences and delete that specific PRF file. And then it's as good as unticking the Zinc, and then you can get back into your Explain. Okay. One of the things that is interesting, obviously, is, and I'm not the only one that has reported this or have found this, is it seems that once you disable the Zinc, you lose a lot of FPS afterwards for some reason. Now, it could be just for the first boot or a fluke or whatever you want to call it. But just be warned. I mean, you're literally going to mess with your system now. So take a deep breath and think carefully if you really want to get involved with this. Us guys who are used to doing testing and fault finding and troubleshooting, we've got a different way of doing things than just an ordinary flight simmer would, so be careful. Think about it. Don't just do it,
Just
Good
a thought.
morning. Morning. Yes, go.
Maybe the Vulcan, the Vulcan cache business, maybe it rebuilds that and you need to clear the cache for the Vulcan again so that it can rebuild without the Zinc taking effect. Just a thought. I haven't checked it out yet.
Are we going to fly from 36 left?
Yes. Right. Okay. I think I'm loaded. I think we can continue. I just felt it was worthwhile discussing this with you guys so I could share my observation with you. Like I said, I don't know the technical ins and outs and everything. For that, you'll have to speak to the developers on the forum. But so far, so good. Okay, I like the performance increase. Currently, I'm running at 60 frames, looking like this on my top right-hand side of my screen. You can't see it. It's under the little banner there, but I'm running at 60 frames. I mean, it's amazing. I haven't had this kind of frame rates in this system at Amsterdam ever. So this is cool. All right. Let's get going. I want to try see if I can use my WebFMC. Yes, it's working.
Another question.
Go.
Krista's airports need some kind of SAM thing in there for them to work, don't they?
Yeah, and now they don't. With
And
Zinc
now they
enabled, no, with Zinc enabled, they can't work.
So you've got to take those airports out.
Or take
Have you?
Zinc out, yeah, either or.
One or the other. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, let me not go there. He had a story about Sam this morning. I'm not going to repeat that on stream. Not for me to talk about that. Oh, I want to show you guys something else that I've learned from Navigraph this morning. Me and Paul and McTrying were sitting there talking, and we found the export button. I don't know if you guys have noticed this morning, the export button is moved. It's not where it used to be yesterday. So I'm going to show that to you just now as well. I think it's worthwhile pointing that out to you guys as well. I'll show you just now. SDKP.
Oh, nice to know, Kai. Rokai.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Yeah, but what you need to do is you need to go to your log file. You need to see which plugin it was that crashed you out, and you need to either remove or disable it. And then you go to the next one and the next one. And that's why I put my list on. Because, I mean, it's not all the plugins that does it. But even if it doesn't crash you out, we see now from Avitab, Beta Pushback, that they are disabled. They don't work, even though they don't bomb you out. So you'll have to use a process of elimination to work through it. Anyway, let's just quickly look at STKP here in my Navigraph. Yesterday, the export button, or up to yesterday, the export button was somewhere here. I think it was, it might have been just above the origin, somewhere above the origin. Now what I see is we found this morning. If you click there, there's another tab called Options. And this piece used to be on top here. So they've just moved it to another tab, and there's your export flight plan button, guys. So if you're looking for it, just go find it there. It's just in a different tab now all of a sudden. Okay, just thought I'd mention that to you as well.
Just out of interest, Nico.
Yes.
When you come to, could you try to do better pushback from the plugin menu rather than through the Avitab, through the EFB?
It doesn't show it in the plugin menu, Mac. That's what I'm saying. It's there, but it's disabled.
Ah, right, you've disabled it. Okay.
No, I haven't. It's Zinc. But look at this. Look, I don't have a magenta line in the Zibo. Woohoo! Look. No magenta line.
Oh.
Let me share it here with you guys locally so you don't have to wait for the update. There, I'm sharing here in Discord. Check, magenta line's gone. There's all... there we have all the little waypoints, but there's no magenta line.
Good morning.
Hello, Krister.
Morning.
So disable Zinc
Hello.
and see if it comes straight back again, Nico.
I'm scared it's going to bomb me out, but we can try it.
It might come back if you go through the rest of the process. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Oh, you can't just disable Zinc. You've got to restart your whole simulator, Mac.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's not going to work. No, well, look, I'm a cowboy. I'm going to fly this route just because I don't see the magenta line. I don't care. We'll imagine, you know, if we think about it, we'll just imagine it's there. So, yeah. Oops.
Having said that, have you got in the PFD as well for the pitch?
Well, I haven't enabled anything like that yet. I'm still programming. Let's work through it, Mac. Let's work through it.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a good thing, Nico, because you will know if it's that magenta line is a display thing or a real thing for the FMC
Yeah, if it's a code.
because of
Yeah. Mm. No, I'm with you,
because of
Christopher.
Zinc. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll be your guinea pig for today, guys. I'll do the slogging for you, and then we'll talk to Zibo.
This will be interesting.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. We'll see if you go to the pub or to Wayne's coffee shop.
Yeah, because I don't know if the control surfaces work. I don't know anything. So imagine
No.
that. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
We end up there in one of our Dutch friends' living room.
Yes.
Paul, can you get the mail list out so we can see what items we can still fly with which aren't operational?
Stand by. I'm not going to look, I'm just saying stand by.
That's my Paul. Yeah.
Rob says we can use his living room. Thanks, Rob. I've got my black what do we call it? Unlimited credit card with me. We'll just swipe it for the interior decorator and the builder to come and repair the walls in the place afterwards. Okay, this is interesting. Doesn't matter.
But a question, Nico.
Yes.
I'm sorry I was coming so late, but do you have better performance with the Zinc? Have you noticed anything yet?
Yes. It's like almost double FPS. No, the performance is out of this world.
Great.
Tommy, you're welcome. Right, good point.
And by the way, I also put in the Discord that I will re-edit my sceneries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those one
just
who
don't
contains the SAM.
Just don't delete this. Maybe make a folder in your Google Drive and say with Sam, without Sam, and just separate them, please. Don't delete the work you've done, because in a day or two or in a week's time there's an update and it all works again, and then you're going to kick yourself if you have to redo it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the update because the airport hasn't been fast, if I say so.
Yeah.
They haven't been that. They take a long, good time for everything. But I'm more concerned about Orbix and stuff. So a lot of people have paid a lot of money for the Orbix and other payware sceneries, and those are not going to work.
Yeah, my Amsterdam is completely dead. I am on the default Amsterdam setting right now. Not setting, scenery.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people will get quite upset.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah. But Linda is working.
Are you online, Nico?
Oh,
I am.
British.
Do you see me on the ground?
I don't know. I'm not looking for you. Give me a second. Where are you?
I'm in, I don't remember, Delta something.
There you are. There in ahead of me. There you are. Right in front of me.
Are you close to me?
Just behind you, yes. One pier back.
But does your designs Linda, co-pilot, is she working?
Yes, I'm flying with her right now.
Oh, good.
Right, okay, so before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
She's going to do that. You see now, better pushback's dead. I can't do anything with it. We need to start our APU and get going here. And we've got EHAM tower. Guys, I'm going to disconnect from iVayo because I don't know what's going to happen. I'll reconnect later on if it's working, okay? Because one thing for sure is I won't be able to push back. I'm going to have to go and turn right through the scenery.
So, but the pushback doesn't work.
Now, what happens is it's disabled through the tablet, and when we go to the plugins menu, it's just not there. It's not reading it at all. I can't see it at all.
Okay.
The same with Avitab. I can't access it at all. It just doesn't seem to be there. It's in the system. There it is. But it's not working. It's disabled, you see. It's going
okay.
nowhere. The other thing we said we wanted to check was the terrain radar. It doesn't look as if the terrain radar is working either. The terrain radar is also dead. It's there,
And
but unusable.
And probably the same with the weather radar.
Yes, I can imagine it would be the same as dead. Deader than dead. It's unalive. Have you heard that term? I see the people on TikTok talk about unalive because apparently their videos gets taken down if they talk about killing or dead or something. Yeah, now they talk about unalive. In Afrikaans, Paul, we say, ek gaan jou doodmaak, ek maak jou dood, something like that. And I once heard this Afrikaans farmer, he was so angry, he said to this other guy, I'm going to make you dead. Because he was translating it directly, I'm going to make you dead. Instead of saying, I'm going to kill you. So his Afrikaans wasn't up to scratch. All right, let's see if LNAV VNAV works. Okay, we've got green lights. The FMA is on. It's on standby. Okay. Phew, this is interesting. We've got what we need. It looks like it's working. I don't know if I told her before start procedures. Let's see. Before start procedure is complete. Yes. Okay. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Thank you, Linda. While it's spooling,
N2.
there you go, fuel's up.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine. Flaps 5 set. N2. Ready for before taxi procedure. Starter
I'm just
cutout.
thinking I'm going to put the
Engine start
VOR
procedure complete.
details in 11485. That's Cloten. We have some other guidance somewhere along the line. 11485.
Nico,
Yeah.
do you have authos for this scenery you're at?
Yes.
Does it work? Does it work?
I don't know. I haven't checked. That's a good question. Yes. Yeah, my authos are working.
Good. Then we know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Morning, Steve. All right, okay, so engine started okay. Right. Okay, let's taxi, guys. Let's go have some fun. Let's see if it works. We seem to be moving. Pillar is working. So for the guys who came in late, better pushback's not working with Zinc, so I have to do what I have to do. Just we'll keep it here in the cockpit. We're not going to talk about it. On the outside, at least.
Taxi lights on.
Right, so now we need to go to the outer taxiway Bravo and then taxi all the way to Zurich. It feels like it. Hope you guys have got coffee. If you don't have coffee, the galley is there to be raided, guys. You know, if you need something stronger, I'm sure there is something. Just go have a look. Rafael, good morning. Ooh, I'm in A. I need to go one up, one more. Steve, there's a link I put in just a little bit higher, just before you came in. You're going to have to follow that link to go and read up. For my puny little brain, it's a bit much to try and remember what I read and then tell you guys. I don't want to lie to you, but it's given me an amazing performance increase, an amazing performance boost in X-Plane at the cost of losing a hell of a lot of my plugins and their functionality. So it would be best if you just go and read the actual official stuff. I'm not lazy saying that. It's just my pea brain is not that technically minded when it comes to that, and I've only read it once. Krister?
Yes, sir.
Wait, I'm gonna pull the tablet here because I'm doing 48, 49 FPS, and this is the default Amsterdam, eh? Not yours. So I just want to put it up there for you so you can have a comparison. You know, look. It's crazy. It's crazy what this thing has done.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Yeah. Steve, we did, however, lose the magenta line on the ND. We don't have the weather radar and the terrain radar. Better push back and Avitab and things like that don't work. So, anyway.
Did I hear it was an AMD processor thing mainly?
No. The way it's for both, but what they said is the biggest increase will be for guys using AMD graphics, which makes me one of them. Okay, so SK Sun really summed it up nicely. Thank you so much, appreciate it. It's basically a converter between OpenGL functionality and the native Vulkan stuff. All right. I'm going to leave it at that because, like I said, I don't know the technical insides and out. That's why I'm sharing that article with all of you guys that you can go and read and make up your own minds. But for me, it's done amazing. Look at that FPS. It's just crazy amazing. So far. I need to say so far because remember, it was born yesterday or given to us yesterday. So, you know, it's brand new. It's going to go through the potty training and the teething phase, and then it's the toddler and the, you know, teenager, and then it grows up. So.
Yeah, and even in the article, they state that you will get problems on certain occasions.
Yes.
But Laminar really don't know yet, and where and when.
And that's
They
where
don't
guys
know
like us
that.
come in to test it and to report back and things like that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Rob, sorry, we were just busy talking there. But yes, 36 left, as Tommy says. We're following the real world guys this morning. All right, Rafael, it's a setting in Explain. Okay, let me just quickly show you. If you go to your settings, your graphic settings there, it's a tick box. You just enable or disable it. It comes from Laminar. Okay. So if you have the latest version of the Explain betas, okay, I'm on beta 04 build 3. Okay, that's the latest one. That's a new function, just a little tick box that you can enable or not. If your graphics driver is up to date, by the way. I had to update my graphics driver. Now, the kicker for me is the latest AMD graphics driver hates Explain. I get 15 frames, 1.5, when I am at this airport. The moment I enable Zinc, I hit what you guys can see on the screen there. You know, it's high. So that's just what it is. Hello, Kakaku.
Yeah, but you should also tell the viewers that if you enable the Zinc, you really need to read the article.
Yes, you need to read the article, and you need to comprehend in your mind already that you're going to lose a lot of your plugins. I mean, in the beginning of the stream, I had my plugin list up. I can actually put it up again for you guys. Right, while we're talking about it, let me just refresh the guys who were here and show the guys who are new here. I had to work through all my plugins, okay? The ones in red are not compatible for me. Okay, don't look at Xpilot. I must just warn you guys, that's not one of them. I didn't test Xpilot. But all these other ones in red, they are not compatible with Zinc. So you're going to lose your AVS. You're going to lose your browser functionality in your flight factor aircraft. Easy pushback, shared flights, Gunkrafter stable, whatever. I need to test easy pushback now that I mentioned it. But all the rest, I went through all of them. They don't work. It's not compatible. So that's the cost. You know, you want this new fancy toy, but that's the cost.
Yeah, for now.
For
until
now, yeah, for this morning.
Yeah, for this morning, yes.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the developers to update.
Yes. Just for your information, Christer, don't know if you know about it, but for the viewers, there is one update already on the forum that you can go and download and you can play with, okay? The guys, the last time I was there to check up on it, the guys basically said the update didn't help much, okay? So that's a typical scenario that you have now with beta testing. I mean, the guys are going to write, someone's going to test, they're going to write again, someone's going to test, they're going to write again. That's how it works. So, in other words, do not get involved in this scenario if you don't have the gumption for it. If you don't have the stomach for it, don't do it. Just stay out of it. Because by the time they make the next proper Explain outside of the beta boundaries, if they make a proper full Explain release again, by that time most of the trouble should be gone. And obviously Zibo needs to now update the Zibo mod to work with it as well.
Have you put the link to the article here on stream?
Yes, I did.
Oh, great. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, the guys must just scroll up and find it.
Is advertising, Nico?
No.
No, from my side. Since my GPU is really powerful, it is not available to share on Discord.
What do you mean?
It doesn't permit.
Oh.
Even I see me as in a green circle all the time, even if I use push to talk. As if I talk, I see myself.
737, I hear you. I see you. Yes, are we there yet? Tango Whiskey, I just spent the last half an hour talking about it. But to sum it up in your answer for you directly is, it's a hell of a good step forward, but at a great cost, because I lost so much functionality. I lost so many plugins. Even look on the ND here, there's no magenta line. We don't have a terrain and weather radar anymore. We don't have the Avid tab or the better pushback anymore. You know, things that I'm used to when I fly the Zibo mod is just, it's gone. So part of what I'm doing now, obviously, is trying to fly this flight. I hope the magenta line is just a cosmetic thing and that it will fly point to point and then we continue with the flight. But typically now, this is the video that needs to go to Zibo in our development room, and he needs to check it and fill in the blanks and make the Zibo mod, you know, compatible, because currently it's not. I know the Q4XP is also not. Amy did put it in the Discord last night. Did you see Mac? Oh, he's muted. But anyway, there's a whole list of stuff that's just all of a sudden not compatible, and the guys will have to come to the party and fix it. Look at this. Heck, these cars, fortunately they disappeared, like they go into a tunnel or something.
Basically, you can say it's all OpenGL. Basically, you can say that.
Exactly, Steve. Exactly. We're almost there. We're almost in Zürich already. We must just hang tight. 2 more minutes. That's how long it feels. So yeah, this was a surprise. The good with the bad, you know, we just take it as it comes now. And I'm actually torn between the two now. I didn't update my second copy of Explain, so I might just keep that obviously separate now, you know, not update it and don't use Zinc there. So if I really need to do something spectacular, I can always use that. But then again, the FPS is so bad with this AMD graphics driver that you really need Zinc now. It's terrible.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Nico, you know what to prioritize.
Yeah.
You need the FPS more than anything.
I do. So
right?
For me, it's I'm the guy that moves forward. I don't want to go backwards, so I'll probably stay here.
Yeah, me too.
Stratocast, good morning. Yeah, I'm glad you made it to a live stream. Yeah, sorry about that time zone story, man. I don't know. It's a bit of a thing sometimes. Before takeoff procedure. Yeah, I must say, I really like 50 FPS at EHAM. That's unheard of, Christer.
It is, yes. It is. And just because of that, I'm going to load in EHAM with my edit scenery.
Just be careful. If it's the one with Sam, it won't work, eh?
Now I exclude Sam. I'm disable it.
Just reminding you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, okay, so everything should be done. Before takeoff procedure. Come on, Auntie.
Before takeoff procedure.
Need to do everything, and then we go.
Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Oh, you won't believe it. They are now using runway 09 for takeoff in the real world as well, eh? Can you believe it? And here we traveled all the way to comply with what they did earlier. Anyway, done now.
Because we are rich.
You see, yeah, we can afford the petrol.
Yeah.
Why not? We don't care for this
why not?
Jet A1.
Exactly. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stabilized.
Toga. Hello, HD. Well, enjoy your flight.
Takeoff thrust set.
Sounds magnificent. Looks like a long flight, that one. My goodness. Hope you've got enough peanuts.
Throttle hold.
Does the toga work?
Yes, Toga's working.
P1. Rotate.
FMA, I'm keeping my eye on everything. It seems to be all working. It feels like we're flying. There we
Positive
go.
rate.
Get up. My honeycomb software works. I can look at my heading. I can tune it with my MZP on the honeycomb. So that's working. Yeah, there's command A. Autopilot's working.
Acceleration altitude. Approaching transition.
HD, if you're still there, you might just want to watch the first couple of minutes of the stream. I'm using this new Zinc. I don't think it's a good idea unless you guys can handle it, but just FYI, if that is maybe something you want to discuss on one of your streams as well. This has
Transition altitude.
been quite a story to get here in this stream already.
Flaps 1 set.
Yeah, it looks like it's flying the actual route. It's just there is no magenta line, eh?
I am not in front of computer for a while, Nico.
Okay.
Flaps up and set.
So then it's a display thing about
Yes.
the magenta line.
Yes.
But the flight directors are working.
Everything is working, and you can see I'm changing the heading there. Yeah, it's flying LNAV, VNAV.
Yeah. And the weights and balances.
No, that was out. So, but it could be on my side. I could have chosen the wrong aircraft when I did my planning, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. It could also be teething problems with the new VA website, so I don't know. One of those things we'll have to check.
Okay.
So zero fuel weight, every now and then I see it's out. And the first time I found the problem, it was referring to the wrong sim brief template, right? So I obviously corrected that, but I mean, I don't know if somebody else might have gone and messed with it now. So I'll double check.
Well, I have zero fuel weight in my Avitab.
Avitab, wait. Avitab doesn't work with Zinc. In my weight and balance and stuff, I've got everything in here that I need, but that's not what I'm referring to. When I refer to it, there's a discrepancy between Simbrief and the Zibo. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Now I understand what you say. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Now I understand.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Now in my edit scenery on EHAM, I have between 50 and 60 in frame rate.
Excellent.
Yeah. But it also depends on where I turn my head for the camera view.
I'm with you. HD, yes, I saw mega improvement by enabling the Zinc. The cost is obviously I lost a lot of my plugins and the functionality thereof, but in terms of performance increase, look at my FPS. It is really nice having high 40s and higher FPS. At one point I had like 60 FPS here now. You know, so it helps me a bit, definitely. Stratocost, yeah, I think version 3.8 is one of those great versions of the Zibo mod, man. It just works very nicely. We've all said that in the dev room as well, and here amongst each other. It hit a nice sweet spot, man. Really nice. Hendrik, I see you crashed. Sorry, man. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about that. This is freaky, not seeing a magenta line. Raphael, Zibo fixed a couple of bugs. It was the auto land bug, the level change and vertical speed, the glide slope, the approach, and the lights, the strobe effects and stuff, the timings and things like that. So overall, he introduced a lot of stability and correct timings and stuff. So that was really nice. Morning, Scotsman. HD, so far I haven't physically spoken or had a text conversation even with anybody on NVIDIA using the Zinc. So I don't know. We haven't really spent time on it. So some of the guys said, yeah, we've enabled it with limited feedback, but we haven't really discussed it at all. So I don't know. Don't know anymore. Hello, Oliver. Good morning. Stratocost, there's only one place where we know where better pushback crashes the sim, and that is the Flight Tampa scenery in Amsterdam. So I'm not sure if you've got the latest version, because the latest version is very good for me, and I fly the States, Canada, South America, Europe, South Africa quite frequently, you know, so I haven't had any issues. But at that one piece of scenery, it crashes when you run it through the tablet here in the Zibo. You can use it through SAM, you know, the plugin here at the top. If you've got SAM enabled, then the better pushback works perfectly, not a problem. But just go to the GitHub and get the latest version. I have noticed that a couple of Good Samaritans have been sharing links to download the latest, supposedly latest version of Beta Pushback, and then you go and you actually check on it. It's like 3 versions behind. So rather go directly to the GitHub, make sure you get the latest version of Beta Pushback, and then try again. At Amsterdam, however, use the SAM menu item to call it. Don't use the tablet, because then it does crash. That's my knowledge, so just putting it out there. Scotsman, hope you get back to your normal routine as well, buddy. We miss you in the skies. Gotcha, Scotsman. Yeah, I flew it yesterday as well. Okay, today I enabled the Zinc function, and it's killed a lot of things. Okay, it's still probably 1 step forward, but 5 steps back. So now a lot of the developers will have to play catch up, including Zibo. Yeah, you can see we need our magenta line back. There's no magenta line in the ND there. It's just little waypoints, which is fine. We can still fly the flight, but it looks funny, eh?
1000 to level off.
That's funny. EHAM, Beta Pushback, they don't like each other for some reason. Don't know why. You're welcome, Scotsman. You're welcome, Stratocost. Yes, Paul.
You mentioned the winds earlier.
Is it
really calm out there where you're flying, or?
Oh goodness, I don't know, because this weather engine was broken again. So I don't know. We're somewhere here. It says 0. No, look, it doesn't download any winds aloft. Nothing. The only weather it's got is like, what's that, up to that level, whatever that level would be, below 20,000. So winds aloft is broken. There we go. There's new winds. Let's see if we go back now. I've just clicked the rescan. I don't know, Paul. Let's have a look. See. No, it's still not in the sun. Okay, Rafael. Bye.
Is that a Zinc related thing, I wonder?
No, because everybody's complaining on various different platforms. I mustn't use the term everybody. A lot of people are complaining. Okay. And if you go in your own one and you just look at the weather, you'll see whether those grip files are working or not. My UPS is complaining. Let me just switch the fan off. Give me a second. It's a cold medicine. You use it now for colds. Zinc. Scotsman, do yourself a favor. Just scroll up in the chat here. You'll see the link. There's an article that you need to go read. My mind's too flat to explain it to you. It's basically an interface between OpenGL and Vulkan, I think was the consensus earlier that SK Sun gave us, the little synopsis. So Let's go have a look. I've doubled my FPS, literally almost doubled the FPS. In some instances, it actually reaches the double point, in some instances, just a little bit lower. But it's done an amazing job for me and my AMD card, man. At a cost, obviously. I lost a lot of plugins and functionality, but the rest is okay. You see, Stratocast, I bet our doctors had the same training. Just add a little bit of vitamin C and D in there and you're good to go. Well, Paul, when it gets too much, yes. Other than that, I must tell you one thing. I'm happy. It looks really nice. Everything seems to be working. Yeah, my advice at this point in time is if you are not into this whole beta testing thing in your mind, stay away. Don't go there. Just leave Zinc alone. Let the other guys test it, report back, and let Laminar fix it, and then we can talk again. But don't get involved in something that's gonna take the joy and pleasure out of your flight simming. Eh?
Question, Nico.
Shoot.
You're at 31,000 and you should be at 32. What's going on?
Oh, that is a good question, sir. That is an amazing question. Why did I not see it? You see, I'm talking too much nonsense here. Go back. Maybe it's a typo. Ooh, I made a typo, sir. I made a typo. Me. Thank you. Damn, it's good to have a good co-pilot. Thanks, Paul. I swear I didn't even notice.
I almost forgot. I was thinking, this climb rate's very low here.
Ivika, good morning. No. I did send Zibo a message the other day asking him if we can start testing the autosave function again. But he did not say yes yet. He hasn't given us the go-ahead, so we're holding out on that one. I don't know if you guys can remember a while ago already. I was sitting here flying and the next moment I picked up on something on one of the real world aviation groups. And I showed you a website called AirNav Radar Box, which is very similar to Flight Radar 24. And
Yes.
yeah, so anyway, curiosity got the best of me and I did actually buy myself just a Plane Spotter entry-level membership. And I must say, it's actually really nice. Paul, you guys here on Discord will just have to check on YouTube now, but I've got it up screen there, and it's really nice. I mean, you can really get a lot of information from here, you know.
Looks a bit like the ATC stuff, doesn't it?
I like it because it's just got a little bit more around the edges, you know, a little bit more meat and fat, you know, than the Flight Radar side of things. Yeah, it looks like ATC with the tags and everything. You don't get that on Flight Radar 24. So anyway, thought it's nice to just invest in something like this. So anyway, that's just by the by. Ivika says he is using Zinc and he has the magenta line. So I wonder, let me just put that in there for Zibo as well. Wait. Let's just say there. Private. There we go. Bit of pushback. Please remember I have an AMD graphics. Okay, yeah, just so that he remembers. He's got the NVIDIA, so he will check the NVIDIA side. I've got the AMD side, so there we go. He's got that. I'll mention to him that you say it's working there. So the next guy can also come back and just tell us, you know, what the situation is, if it's working for them or not. Yeah, so anyway, I like this one. And I just thought I'd share it with you because after the last time when I just discovered it, I didn't have a subscription. So I just thought it's nice to mention it to you again.
Nico.
Yes, sir.
I've just edited 7 new sceneries updated in the Discord.
Okay, thank you.
For Zink.
Oh, what have you done to make it zinkable?
I made them zinkable, Paul. I made them zinkable. No, I just removed the sand.
Okay.
I removed every reference to sand.
Okay, so in your, I'm going to put it here on the screen for the guys to see as well, okay? So in your Google Drive, you now have a folder called SAM Sceneries, and then you've got all the sceneries on the outside, I presume, that are now without sand, right?
Yeah, all my original work is without sand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
let's put it that way instead.
I understand. So we can then, with Zinc, we can use all the ones on the outside, and if we don't use Zinc, we still stick to the SAM sceneries on the other folder, in the other folder.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, that's clear enough. Thank you.
Can you see SAM? Yeah, you can. Good. Yeah. So in the SAM sceneries, I have put all the SAMs, and in the above is all without. They are zinkable. Zinkable.
Yeah. Okay, Rob, stay well. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, it is really interesting.
Okay. The interesting thing now is that the runways have changed 180 degrees in Zurich. How's that?
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if I want to now go and reprogram everything.
Well, you're not online.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I'm not online, I'm probably just going to stay. Look, the wind is still below 6 knots, so it's wind's calm. I can fly either way. I'm just going to do my original flight then. Okay, so I'm not online. I'm not going to bother anybody.
Cobblers.
Thanks for the feedback, Mark. And good morning to you too.
Who needs the magenta line?
Yeah, it's not as if we lost the wings, you know, so we got that.
Come on, be an aviator. You don't need the magenta line.
No, for sure, for sure. As long as we don't lose hydraulics and controls, I'm okay.
absolutely.
Hmm. Lester,
Yes, sir.
you forgot the marbles.
Oh, that's Paul's tusk.
Okay.
I got the wings stretched, you know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, funny. That's Paul's tusk. He gave me that once.
I'm busy with the turny pointy thing.
Yeah, and that too. The tiny pointy thing and the doodas and what else do you say? The thingamybobs. Yeah, yeah. So we have a new checklist right here, I think.
Man, this feels like that taxi process. Feels like we're never getting there.
Yeah, it takes forever. Don't you have a movie to show on this flight?
The movie's playing in the back, but due to copyright problems with YouTube, we can't share it on YouTube. That's the problem.
Okay, okay. But you could share a bit of the article about Zinc or something.
Krister, I think it's best if these guys go and read it. If I say something wrong now, they're gonna crucify me. Yeah, but Nico said so.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
no, Nico
But
said so.
you're the guru. Of course,
Yeah,
they're going to crucify you.
I know. So,
That's your job. That's your job. Come on. Yeah, that's your job.
yeah.
They are crucifying you anyway. So at least on the
Buggers,
forum.
that's terrible. Sis,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
It is.
Tell you what, I would have liked to be a fly in some of these Facebook groups that I left in the last couple of weeks. I would have loved to see what's happening there, but I'm not rejoining them, I promise you. Bye, Hendrik. I think what I need to do is I need to go and get some coffee. I think while we're waiting, let's just see how far we are from top of descent. Okay, we are kind of close. Let's first set that up. Let's just do that because now we're sleeping on the top with that. But we need to go down to 6,000 feet. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that is set. Minimums.
Yeah, I'll go for a cup of coffee too.
Okay.
Ready for descent procedure.
Right, gents, I am going to zoom in like this so you have a better picture, and then I'm just going to go grab some coffee while the aircraft does what it needs to do. I'll be back just now.
Approach top of descent.
I'm back. Thanks, Tommy. Okay. I never removed the scenery packs. Okay, so the ones with Sam. So then you guys can probably see a little bit of it there, but it's it's complaining about Zürich. There might not be any buildings there when we get there. Because that's kind of what I perceived earlier when I had the SAM enabled at Amsterdam. You see all the jetways hanging in the air, no buildings. And so we just need to follow our path. Come on. Down, turn around on the ILS and land. Getting there. Woohoo, there's a bit of a jump in descent speed. I don't know if you guys noticed this. There was a bit of an anomaly. We hit the air pocket or something. It just dropped. Thanks for testing, Tommy. Yeah, it's interesting. With my AMD, wow. Good morning, Simboy. Welcome. I don't know if I'm saying it for you or for my own sake, but we're almost there. We almost made it. Yeah, Scotsman, don't worry about it at this stage. Just give it a big stop. For me, it's given a hell of an increase in FPS and performance, okay, at a cost that we've mentioned a few times, okay? But if you anyway in doubt, just keep it. We'll catch up, we'll see the evolution of it, and then we can talk again. I obviously enabled it, and there was no ways I could take it off before the stream. So this stream's, became like an information session. I don't know how much of what I've observed you guys will actually find, but I've got the evidence. You've seen it. I've shown you. Certain things work, certain things don't. So just call this an information session, and obviously Zibo can look at it because, I want my magenta line back. Zibo, things like that. But, let's see what it goes to.
I think this will end very well. I think this is a good thing because
Yes.
it forces the third-party developers to finally write their add-ons and plugins in Vulkan for Vulkan only, not for OpenGL.
Yes.
So this is a good thing, I think. It's been awaited for a long time for these people to do their work properly.
Yeah. Paul,
Yes.
This is going to answer you here, that question you're asking about
Flight
the
level
VA.
100.
Mm.
Landing
I'm
light
not sure how
switches
it
off.
works, but I don't think there's any limitation. Any one of the users can fly any of the VA flights.
Sorry, did I phrase that badly?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to answer.
Do you know whether they fly those aircraft, the appropriate aircraft, I suppose is my question.
I don't know, sir. I don't know because I don't think there's anything that's going to stop and prevent them. Okay. What typically is going to happen is, let's say, for instance, they want to fly 747 on a short route, less than 200 nautical miles. They won't be able to because it won't be in the list. You understand?
Sure.
So then they're going to have to lie and say, oh, well, I'm flying the dash, Q400. But they're actually flying the 747. But there's nothing preventing them from doing it.
What I want is somebody to fly a long-haul flight, an official one, and somebody to do a charter and prop flight. I don't even know what these guys' planes are. Whether they.
I don't know. You'll have to ask them. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you might have an idea who might be a Dash 8 man or
Not really, no.
or a, one of the long haul planes.
Yeah. Max a Dash 8 guy. Yeah.
I've already asked him.
Okay.
Approaching transition.
Well, Mark, that might be the case for them. I don't have it, so there's clearly a difference there. Aeronox, thank you. And Flying Scotsman says he'll volunteer for any one of them, so give him an assignment. Get him on board and make him work.
Right. Thank you.
There you go.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to level off.
Okay, test it for fun for us. Okay, just have some fun testing it for us. Okay.
$1,000 to go. 1,000 to go. $1,000 to go. $1,000 to go.
He's got all the aircraft table. Look.
Let's have a look.
1,000 to go.
All right. Marvelous.
I think what you need to do is you need to send him Heathrow to JFK with the 747, and then you tell him to come back with the Q400.
That'd do the trick. See you in 3 weeks.
Right, well, let's test the ILS. There we go. Looks like the...
Flight slope capture.
There we go. ILS is up. No. You're okay.
Flaps 5 set.
I better sit upright, gents, ladies. Put on your seatbelts. You know the drill. Stow the tray table, seat uprights. You know, those kind of things. Seat upright.
Find your peril-sensitive sunglasses.
Those things do brace for impact. Thank you, Scotsman. Marco, we discussed it earlier. There is a 4-knot
Cabin
wind,
crew,
so it's
take your seats, prepare for landing.
irrelevant which one we take. If I was flying online, I would comply because everybody else would comply with the weather, you know, and probably real world ops. I did check the real world ops. So this morning when I did my flight planning, this runway was active. And as I'm just doing a test here, I'm just keeping it that way. I wasn't bothered to go and change everything around. Right, so go. Trim up, you
Taxi
bugger.
lights on.
Why is it not trimming? Flip your nose, man.
1,000. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
I lost some valuable time there. I don't know how that happened, but I lost my trim a bit. Now it's going so much nose up. We could have the trim down again.
Is it time to say, Mwahaha?
Yes.
It's been a while since that's been said in anger.
Yeah. Wahaha.
Flaps 30 set. Ready for landing checklist.
So what don't we want now? Failure of reverses and brakes?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
kind of the idea.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, wait. I'm going to pause now. Why?
Oh.
Why do I have these red lights? Speed brake is not extended. Okay, definitely not extended. Look.
300.
Okay, now it's reset itself. So it must have been like within a millimeter of being extended.
Approaching decision height.
Tank rate. Tank rate.
Minimum.
Minimums 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked.
Good one, Nico.
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you.
60 knots. Yet. Great landing. You are professional.
Now you better believe it. Right, so. Thank you. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Well, what can we do? We cowboys. Sometimes we swing around fast.
After landing procedure complete.
I think you get a thumbs up today, Nico, for this stream.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. I was devastated the other night when you were so brutally honest. Damn it. You broke my heart.
Oh man, sorry.
Oh, fair is fair. Gives me something to strive
Straps up
for.
and set.
Yeah, you've got such an easy time of it, haven't you?
Yeah, well, thank you for the rain. It's gone now. Yeah, this was fun, a bit different. I'm glad, Tommy. As long as you like it, you know. Awesome. That's totally different. Ah, gotcha, Scotsman. And believe it or not, as you can see, we do have buildings here.
So another scenery is updated.
Christer. This is a floating car. You see this? Right, it's a floater. Alright. Parking brake set. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
In the galley, Scotsman, I made special provision. I've got rooibos tea, normal tea, Ceylon tea. You can pick green tea. It's all there. We've got Mari biscuits, lemon creams, chocky bickies. We've got everything. Let's just go check, man.
Coke Sisters?
No, but we've got pannekoek. So tomorrow we'll have Cook Sisters.
Ah, nice.
Okay. Thank you, Eugene. Yeah, we made it. We made it. Let's switch off our engines. Beacon light, put on the chocks and the GPU, and this is now going to work now. He's coming. He's coming.
Shutdown
Yeah,
procedure.
this is so strange. I've been working on a code snippet for Fly with Lua about the calling the jetways.
Okay.
So when I open my left front door, the jetway should automatically come to the aircraft.
Okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't want to work for me.
Well, I just press Control J. Now I don't know if I made that shortcut or if that's an explained shortcut, but that's my shortcut. Control J, whoop, and it comes.
No, according to Austin, it's default J, keyboard J. It's built in default now in the updates.
Well, I can't press just J. I have to press Control and J, then it works for me. Like I said, I don't know if I modified it or what happened, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's a bit of work. I've taken screenshots and stuff. I need to still share it with Zibo, but I've given him the written version of it. And so if there's anybody else in my predicament, there will be a fix for that soon. If you guys don't have the predicament, well, freaking good luck to you, you know? I mean, wow, great. Some of us have problems. But yeah, at least I can fly, I can do my thing, and I've got 40 plus frames here. I mean, look, it's not bad frames. So I'm happy.
It's really good.
Zinc
really
for
nice.
me is a game changer in more ways than one. So I think I'll stay here for now. If I really want to go back, I'll use my second copy of Explain, but we'll leave that for now. And that's it. Okay, so you guys go have fun. Do what you need to do for the rest of Saturday. And if all goes well, I'll be back later, but I'm not going to promise, guys. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. or 800 Zulu, I beg your pardon, which is again 10 o'clock a.m. for me. We'll chat with you guys again. And so either way, we'll see. Andrea, I'm okay. How are you? I'm glad you're happy, man. Hello, Daryl. So as I'm saying goodbye for the guys coming in now, guys, the video will be up. The chat obviously takes a few hours to render, but you can watch the video. We'll chat with you guys soon. Look for me on Discord if you need me. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.